God and the St. Andrew's flag are with them. Today, Russia celebrates Navy Day. The fighting between Thailand and Cambodia continues. Military actions have approached tourist areas. Today, our country celebrates Navy Day, a holiday of glory, courage, and historical continuity. It was established in 1939, but the idea of congratulating sailors appeared much earlier, back in 1714 under Peter I. He also created the first regular fleet in the country. Modern Navy ships are equipped with the most advanced military equipment, the latest control systems, and communications intelligence. This was noted by Vladimir Putin, who congratulated all military sailors, both those in service and reserve officers and veterans.
It is known that the Navy is always for the homeland and honor. Your fortitude and courage, knowledge and honesty, frankness and brotherhood were brought up in the conditions of dangerous, harsh naval service, its special culture, the main meaning of which is sincere, heartfelt, unshakable love for the fatherland. All this is passed on from generation to generation. The Navy today plays a vital role in ensuring the defense and security of Russia, in protecting its legitimate interests in the world's oceans.
Putin noted that a new Navy development strategy was approved this year. For the first time in history, it is designed for 25 years. The key quality of the updated fleet, the president emphasized, will be the ability to quickly adapt to any changes in the strategic situation. Separately, the head of state noted the sailors and Marines who heroically fulfill their military duty during the special operation. Our troops are pushing back the enemy and continue to pick up the keys to the so-called Konstantinovskaya line of defense of the militants. One of the strongholds here is Artemovsk in the DPR. It is already called the gateway to the liberation of the entire Donbass from nationalists. And although the city was taken under control by our military back in May 2023, a special fight against drones and saboteurs is currently underway on its streets. And the confrontation on the ground and in the sky is Rostislavsky Dan. An explosive walk along the streets of Artemovsk. Together with the sappers of the Roma Airborne Regiment, we set off in search of grounded drones of the Ukrainian armed forces. Every day, mobile air defense posts drop dozens of enemy birds over the city.
Here's the first find. A large attack drone has remained intact. Apparently, our radio jamming specialists intercepted its control. A projectile from a handheld grenade launcher is attached to the machine. It is dangerous to turn it off. The sappers decide to destroy the kamikazes right on the spot. The Kostroma paratroopers have now blown up an FPN left by the enemy intentionally or unintentionally. This is an open question. The thing is that Ukrainian soldiers also use so-called sleeping drones against our military. They lie on the streets waiting for a target. For example, a passing car will be blown up by an electromagnetic pulse. The enemy mainly mines roads, routes, intersections. That's it. And on them, roughly speaking, all this is visually visible. Thickets, they mostly don't mine now. So, it can be detected visually and it's not difficult.
Snipers also join the battle with enemy drones. The Tagil and Ural duo take up positions in one of the multi-story buildings. According to the attack aircraft, the Ukrainian wing is flying towards the city.
Here you help the Allies get rid of the dirty sky. But does it happen that you need to go shoot? Yes, it happens. We even have a trick here. We kind of go there and practice. We have a couple who are currently in the fire department. And here there's also a couple who walk at night, hunting for Granny. The shot hit. The
snipers change positions. The duty continues. The military has more than 30 firing points to suppress enemy birds. Luxury, says Ural. In Chasier, where their colleagues are now, one can only dream of such diversity. Almost all the buildings there are already destroyed, as if there are no such things as apartments there, well, residential premises, something like that. There are no high-rises like here. There are not many places to work from, but the guys find them, try and work on the targets. The Ivanovo paratroopers continue to clear the Chasiv Yar. They are fighting in the Shevchenko and Nikolaevka microdistricts. The birds do not allow work at all. While the evacuation was going on, one of ours was wounded, but they also forced us to work, did not stop. It is still impossible to run constantly. While the birds do not give you, you sit, they give, immediately run. Corbin has more than 100 evacuation operations from the front lines and saved the same number of lives of our attack aircraft. They are my brothers, after all, we walked with them, We are with them together, I protect them, that is, I am responsible for them. And that is why I save them. Fear, it is always present in large quantities, but it is somewhere in the background. The first is courage. This is such a great strength of spirit that you do not understand yourself, but you go. And still, it is not scary to go anywhere with such people. Assault groups of the Kostroma, Yaroslavl and Ivanovo airborne regiments are currently working in the forest plantations and private sector in the west of Chaz Yar. According to the command of the Guards Ivanovo division, more than 90% of the city's territory is already under the control of Russian troops. Rostislav Skidin and Valoran Kushnir, NTV Donbass.
Our military is now demining the liberated territories. Sappers are finding a huge number of dangerous objects in populated areas and on the roads. As the military said, the enemy is retreating and trying to mine literally everything so that people can never live in peace in these areas. And demining groups often attack with drones and even artillery. However, this does not stop our soldiers. The military regularly tells residents, especially children, what to do if dangerous objects are discovered. In frontline areas, sappers conduct open lessons in schools and classes in children's camps. The military tells what tricks the enemy uses when mining the area and reminds that under no circumstances should one approach the wreckage of military equipment and suspicious objects. Today, all over Russia, people are remembering the children who died from shelling and the Ministry of Defense. In Moscow, the Cranes of Memory campaign was timed to coincide with this day. Flowers were brought to the crane sculpture in Otradny Park and about 1,000 candles were laid out in the shape of a paper garavlik, an international symbol of hope. Well, the main events today are taking place, of course, in Donbass, in Lugansk. For the first time, they showed the documentary film Mama Don't Cry. The heroines of the film are about a mother whose children died as a result of Ukrainian aggression in Donbass. And then they marched silently to the Temple of Tenderness, where they laid flowers at the monument to the Mother of God. In Donetsk today, people will traditionally gather at the Alley of Angels, a memorial complex in memory of those killed in attacks in Sudi. There are always many flowers, soft toys and lamps near the slab on which the names of the militants' victims are carved. July 27th was not chosen as the date for the Day of Remembrance by chance. It was today, in 2014, during the terrible shelling of the streets of Gorlovka in the DPR from the city on Bloody Sunday, as this day was called, that 22 civilians died, including the Gorlovka Madonna, young Kristina Zhuk with her 10-month-old daughter. 2 season records at once, a great atmosphere and incredible support from the audience. These are the main results of the international athletics competitions, the Ural Cup, Voronov Logistics. They were held in Moscow. The strongest runners and racewalkers on the planet from Ethiopia, Kenya, Spain, Morocco and, of course, Russia competed for the honorary trophies. And here is the finish of the new leader of the world season. 3,831. The
winner among race walkers at a distance of 10 kilometers was Sergei Kozhevnikov. A successful finish allowed the Russian athlete to lead the world ranking in this discipline. The girls also supported the leadership mood. Elvira Novoseltseva showed the best result of the world season among women. The high achievements were helped, among other things, by the native track, which meets all the requirements of the International Association of Athletics Federations, the athletes said. It was quite good to sit, the temperature was comfortable, it was quite good to walk near the water. Such a light breeze, quite pleasant weather and the atmosphere was also great. Well, I don't really feel any competition. I'm getting ready for the fight first and foremost by myself. The atmosphere is good, you can feel the excitement, you can feel the holiday. I want to say thank you very much for such an atmosphere. The
Ural Logistics Voronov Cup combined 2 spectacular disciplines, walking and running. And in a separate race, amateur athletes and young athletes were able to try their strength on the international level track. The festive atmosphere, organized by the Ministry of Sports of the Athletics Federation, was supported by a special masquerade race.